boy Bleeves.
This is not financial advice. My name is Bleeves. I'm always right.
Everybody listen up.
If you don't use NordVPN, you could get hacked, and that would suck.
Bada bing, ching, ching, big profit. Even when the market's sideways.
Don't forget to sign up for MEXC. The link's in the description down below. That helps me out tremendously.
This it's not financial advice.
OKX is offering incentives for you to sign up. Make sure that you sign up today in the description down below.
I'm always right. I'm always right. I'm always right.
Go to atlashealthline.com for all of your Delta 8 gummy needs and for all your Delta 8 inhalation needs, I want to say. I don't know. Something like that. It's in the description below.
It's been a long day. I mean, a long week. Maybe a long year. So let's get something clear. We're going to stock up on some party favors.
Guys, if you're outside of America, or if you're lucky enough to be using NordVPN, you could be signed up to BitGet for all of your futures trading needs. The link is in the description down below. Hey guys, if you're trading in America, you can use up-down trading through crypto.com. It's in the description down below. Sign up today and start trading.
Carpet riders on some third eye shit. Mr. Pine Cones come a long, long way. So everybody gets sideways. Sing it. I can't wait till Friday. Everybody's getting sideways. Pass the bottle back my way. Everybody's getting sideways.
What is up, everybody? I hope you're having a good morning. My name is Bleeves. This is Breakfast with Bleeves. Folks, what a crazy weekend. For those of you that are not paying attention right now, the one of the big things that we're talking about right now, Ben Armstrong, BitBoy Crypto, put out a video, and in that video, he was crying, just... And why? Because Bitcoin Maxis are attacking him because he's not staying a Bitcoin Maxi. Now, if you want to know what a Bitcoin Maxi is, Michael Saylor is what you would call a Bitcoin Maxi. Now, many times we're going to say as people in crypto that Michael Saylor overall is good for the environment. He's good for crypto. He's good for everything. The problem with that is he's also what you would call a maxi. And what happens when you have a maxi doing stuff is he's only looking out for Bitcoin. He's calling everything else second rate, secondary, security, because it leans into what they want. What they want is they want Bitcoin adoption. And every other cryptocurrency dilutes that pool. So that being said, drink. It's a little bit odd, a little bit weird, but in the end, who cares, right? Anyway, so today looks like it's going to be the day that Bencoin is finally under Ben Armstrong, I want to say. So we'll see what happens. And who the fuck is G-Boy? I don't know what the Bitcoin IP claim filed. Metaverse applications up to 3,000. I don't know what this is. Go away. Timeout. All right. So anyway, weird times, but let's go check because there's also more big news. And whew, it is coming hard. It is coming fast. That's what she said. Hotbit, Shutter's crypto exchange, urges users to withdraw funds. So it is official. Hotbit has gone the way of all things. Now let's go look at spot trading over here. With Hotbit, you're looking at trading volume not necessarily too high up here, right? We're looking at the top 50 right now. We're not seeing Hotbit based on volume. So obviously, despite that, Hotbit had a long history and was, one of the bigs at some point. As you can see here, like we're scrolling down and we just have not seen Hotbit. Their volume is just way, 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 way down. So on the exchange, whoops, we should have done Hotbit and then we should have looked at exchange. Rank number 343, no data available, not even tracked anymore. So Hotbit is gone. If you have anything at all in Hotbit, get it out of there now because it does not end well. They have also warned everybody and told everybody to get your crypto off of their exchange. They were like, get your shit out of here, bruh. So anyway, yeah, that's a little bit crazy. Now, what is happening? If you listen to me, did you get that? If you listen to me, then you are feeling super good about your position right now because I told you Ben was going to break out, and Ben is having a breakout. And I'm not sure exactly how high this goes, how far this goes, but it started yesterday at around, well, it started a couple days ago, I guess I should say. It started Saturday. We were down here at the 6,000 level. We're up 80% right now over the course of 2 days, increasing the value. The price continues to spike. The price continues to move as we get closer and closer and closer to the announcement that Ben Armstrong has taken over the Bencoin. We are seeing a continued rise up and away of the Ben token. And look, the sellers are still there. You're still getting some sell down, but the number is smaller than it was before. Remember, the last time we ran up into this range, into this distance, what was going on is we had that big sell down. With that big sell down, then we got we kind of cleared out the way, so to speak. So on this second run up and on this breakout, we're facing a little less resistance. Now that's a great thing to happen overall because this ends up with us being able to pop. And by the way, isn't it ironic that we put up a 1170 as our line right there? And of course, we got a spike, and it was an 81. By the way, it was not a what do you call it? It was not a big like it was not a it was what's the guy's name? Jared from Subway. It was Jared from Subway with an 81 ETH buy and sell on a front run. And so there we go. Popped up to exactly 1170. And then from there, it is still continuing to send. I mean, you gotta respect this right now. 1062 continuing to run. Now, I would say, look, if you have a goal, if you have a plan, if you had a reason, if you had something out there, then take your profits where you've decided. Don't second guess yourself because you never know when this spike is going to start coming way down. By the way, somebody sent me this a few minutes ago, just in case you guys haven't seen. Where the fuck did it go? Look, I'm not an investor in Grumpy Cat. I have nothing to do with Grumpy Cat, but it was super hilarious when somebody sent it to me. But so yeah, Grumpy Cat is out here getting mad at everybody for everything. So let's move on to the market. Let's get all that out of the way. Now, for those of you that want to help me, the way that you help me is very simple. MEXC right here. There he is. Michael's in the house now. MEXC. Guys, the best thing that you can do to help me as an quote unquote influencer, whatever you want to call it, right? Best thing that you can do, sign up for MEXC, make a deposit and do some futures trading. Now, I don't get any I don't get any reward or anything for spot trading. I did reach out to him and say, hey, that's bullshit. You should do that. But the futures trading, where you set up where you move your money into the futures account, and you do like 1 or 2x or 3x leverage or something like that, or up to 200x leverage on something. You might get wrecked, but when you do that, that helps me tremendously on the channel. Same thing for BitGet. BitGet is another one of these exchanges that I'm doing that with if you're overseas or if you're using NordVPN. Got 5 signups this month. If you haven't signed up for NordVPN, guys, I really need your help. And it's important now because you notice something's missing up here, right? I'm no longer affiliated with Volt. Volt, I don't know what the plan is. I was told that there may be some shills, there might be some things that might happen or something like that in the future. But for right now, I was told that I was no longer part of the team. So, got to remove the logo and all of that kind of stuff. But I'm still bullish, by the way, on Volt, especially during a dip. By the way, yesterday, if you happen to see me, I was talking about the dip down here. And saying that, this was a sign of a good reversal. Maybe that's going to be the big reversal. Well, it seems like maybe some of the news got out a little bit early because as soon as people started talking about it, as soon as Rodney, blah, 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 like as soon as it got out there, I guess, then the sell down started again. So, but look, Volt's going to retool. They're going to release some new stuff. They're going to do things a little bit different, and it's going to be, sorry about that. So anyway, what I was saying yesterday was that there was a reversal coming because you're getting these wicks down here across the bottom all over the chart on Volt, right? You got these wicks that were coming in right here, which signals that a reversal is coming, right? So then it bangs off the trend line here at 6,300, immediately reverses up to about 70. I want to say it was actually around 7,000. I think this might have been another. What is that guy's name? Jared from Subway. Why do I keep forgetting Jared from Subway today? Anyway, so I think it was just a wick from that, and then I think people started to find out that this was that they were letting everybody kind of go because they'd moved on to a different structure, whatever the case is, right? And that puts it right there. So what you're really doing is kind of oscillating right now between 63 and 7. And I would think that any moment now we'll probably bounce off of 63 and make a run back up. Now, if the momentum is a little bit bearish, then you can probably anticipate there's some wicking and there's some stuff right here. So probably about 68 would be where you would bounce and then maybe come back down. Now, if that does happen, then that is a bearish sign. That might mean that there's some correction that's going to still be due. Now, on the other hand, if this reverses off of 63 and it bounces up higher than 7,000 and goes maybe here to 73.20, which you can see right here represents a little bit of resistance. If anybody sees that right there, then that means that you've got an upward facing momentum at this point. And if the reversal happens before 63, then you'll also see that there is an upward sort of momentum there. And there you go, right? There could be a reversal. We'll see what happens. Now, on to Grumpy Cat, since you grumpy people are in here, off of the reversal. And guys, if you remember, I did say that, what I would do is wait, and I didn't put a line down here. I said this was kind of your line here. If you broke down below that, then you probably would have some kind of big rally. And of course, there's obviously a big rally that just happened. So give me 1 second here. All right, Michael, what is going on? What's up, big dog? Grumpy Cat Coin. We are checking it out right now. Appreciate the $20 bomb, man. I'm going to need it now. Wah, you know what I mean? But so it came down here. And, a couple days ago, we were having a live stream. And I was like, guys, this really kind of like, if it comes down any further, like this is going to be just a huge buy, right? Okay. G-Boy, you got to fucking go. You're getting on my nerves. All right, there we go. He's gone. All right, so anyway, it came down. And look, if you were lucky enough to scoop this up, and by all means, just when you're looking at this, and by the way, This is the thing that we're talking about when we're talking about Slumdoge Millionaire. He decided that he was going to come in and pick out something that was going to compete with Pepe. Now, is it competing with Pepe? Not even close, right? Pepe is right now just absolutely sending 656 million, having a nice little run, a nice little rally. Is it continuing to add new holders? Remember, it was 114,000 a week ago. It's 115,000 now. So it's slowed down tremendously, which means that there is some opportunity for some of these other tokens to really kind of put themselves into a better position. Now, when we were looking at this, it was 2.7 thousand the other day, and now it's 2.877. So there is an increase. Now, here's the problem. Problem is, in the 24-hour volume with crypto, $22 billion isn't going to do very much. And Ben, look, man, I if you don't like them, that's okay. But I happen to like those guys. So, I understand what people are saying about them. I'm not listening or hearing that, but I look, they've taken the reins, and they've taken Volt from just a grassroots $100,000 token to 250 million market cap. So I think the important thing is let's not lose sight of the positives that they brought forth. Now, there are issues, obviously. When Volted Dragon had his hack telling you to not answer your phone, was probably incorrect. We didn't have all the information at the time, but I mean, they're just trying to be protective of the people. They don't want you, they don't want you to get. And now we look in hindsight and we're like, well, they told you not even to answer the phone. That's silly. Well, it's they're trying to protect the investors because they don't want the same thing to happen to you. And you shouldn't be, well, that's stupid. That can't possibly happen. Well, they just want you to be protected. So were they right about it? Of course not. Volta Dragon went on to Space Chick's thing, and she told him, what was going on, and it's okay. The whole thing about this is they need to retool, they need to redo everything and get themselves to work to do a reversal. And it's a little different right now. There's no tax, everything is different. So they have to create something that people want to be invested in. And when people didn't get into, and look, they miscalculated. I think Voltoshi maybe miscalculated just a little bit on the insanity that ensued with Volta Eco. Everybody wanted to be part of it. So, he thought 200 slots was going to be plenty, that there wasn't going to be that much FOMO, but there was a lot of FOMO. I mean, basically wrecked the site and everything, and people couldn't get on it. It was just one of those things where you underdid it a little bit, and now it's time to go. But let's get back to it. Ben. Okay, so here's the thing about Ben. I don't know. I want to say that we're in buy the rumor, sell the news territory. Okay. At some point today, Ben should be making an announcement. That announcement's going to be, we should probably just be kind of checking it out at this point. But at some point, Ben Armstrong is going to make an announcement that the funding has gone through. Everything that he's done is now going through. It's now happening. This, by the way, if you haven't watched it, this was the hidden gem. This was his video for this was still this is kind of him letting people know, hey, this is going to be a hidden gem. This is going to lead to mass adoption. And he was also kind of like, I'm still at Bitcoin Miami. So he's walking the streets in Miami like a little hoe, doing his thing, drinking. I don't even know what that is. But it's got to be an energy drink, right? You don't drink alcohol in the streets. And then this Spaces right here. I don't know what this was. I didn't watch it. But then, of course, you had the Miami Heat. Miami Heat went out of its mind last night. I don't know what the final score is, but at the end of 3, it was 93-63. The Heat were up by 30, and then people were still saying in the fourth quarter that they were going out of their fucking minds. So, but anyway, so prediction for Ben. What I predicted for Ben was that it would kind of rally up to 2380. Now, that's not a number, by the way, that we're close to or that we really got to before. There was still quite a distance. There was still quite a bit of distance there. So I don't know for certain that 2380 is the number, but if you put the pen to paper, which I did, that's 100 million market cap. That's what that represents. So what I think will happen is we'll continue to see a little rally. We'll get up to about a 50 million market cap, and then maybe we'll get the announcement, and then people will be like, oh shit, this is the real deal. And then we're going to 100 million market cap on Ben. Now, when you look around, start to pay attention to where the capital is, right? Grumpy Cat, 5 million market cap, plenty of room to grow. 20x just to get to 100 million market cap. But as you kind of move around, you're going to start to see some of these. For example, Turbo has a 35 million market cap still. Bob has a $40 million market cap still. Sponge went out of its mind yesterday. If you guys didn't see the Sponge thing, now it fell off a cliff last night, by the way. Just so you guys can see this happened last night. This was absolute insanity. Sponge was going, and then it was gone. And I don't know what all was going on there, but you can see here from these spikes that somebody sold 74 ETH, somebody sold 54 ETH, somebody sold. I said stole. Somebody sold. Look, there was a whole bunch of selling out, and I want to assure you that these were early holders in their positions, immediately moving that money off chain, sending it somewhere else. For example, this got sent to this location. This location, I'm sure, is going to be some centralized exchange or Bybit. Okay, so it was sent into Bybit. So I assure you, this was a venture capital company that was running this thing up out of control. So yeah, don't kid yourself on Sponge. They artificially pumped this thing up so that they could absolutely devastate and wreck a lot of people. And this was not the because you can, by the way, this was not Jared from Subway. You can look at these and you can tell this is not Jared from Subway. So they were artificially pumping this in order to catch people off guard, in order to get people to FOMO in. This was created artificially so that these guys could cash out the top. And that means Sponge, probably rest in peace there. We're going to go ahead and remove that from the list because god damn. If you got into that yesterday, I am so sorry for you. But yeah, this is what happens when you play. This is what happens when you play with venture capital companies. And let's remove that because we're not looking at this motherfucker again. But that's the disaster. That's the disaster that is Sponge right now, down to lower lows than it ever went before. So I think it's safe to say that the VC companies got their money out of it, but still 16 million market cap. Still a $16 million market cap on this token. Like I gotta stress that Lambo's dead. Mong has a $55 million market cap. Ladies has a $48 million market cap. But guys, I want you to think of these numbers as I'm giving them out. $7 million market cap. Bob, 37. Again, we already did Bob, but where's Wojak now? 15 million market cap. Look, the money is going to come out of some of these, and it's going to go into Ben, I guess, is the summary of this. Now, and if Slum Doge can get his shit together and get some people rallied and get some people motivated, then what's it going to take to get a 20x over here on Grumpy Cat, right? Because that's 5 million market cap. You can take this up to 100 million as well. Because if you want to compete with, and if he's serious, if you want to compete with Pepe, you're gonna have to do something. You're gonna have to come up with one of these great ideas. And by the way, I don't mean to have been right when I told you guys that this was going to break down. I certainly didn't mean that it was going to break down the way that it did. I just thought that, based on the way it was running, based on the way it was trending right now, it probably had some more significant downside. So sorry I was right about that one. But if you bought on the dip. Like, that's the important part right here. The important part is not where it was. The important part is where you bought. If you looked at this and you said, you know what, this is a good idea, and you got into it up here, you're probably feeling pretty bad. But if you got in down here and you were watching me by any means, and you were looking at this, even if you bought at 1,000, which was where my line was, then you're up 20% right now on your investment. So you're not feeling bad about anything at all. So I would think that, and look, Grumpy Cat, what a meme, right? And we lose sight of that, by the way. There's a lot of people that just kind of lose sight. Like Ben. I mean, Ben was just a show called Ben Talks. Like, it's not even really a meme, right? Grumpy Cat is an actual meme. Pepe is an actual meme. You know, like some of these were, Wojak was an actual meme. Like, some of these just kind of compromised what it was that they were doing. And, you know, it gets a little weird, gets a little muddy in the water, so to speak. But yeah, so Grumpy Cat, if there's something to happen, I just assume that Slum Doge will probably do it, because I think now he's kind of motivated, or I hope that he's motivated. I hope for you guys that he's really motivated to make something good happen here. And if that's the case, then, I mean, this is from this position right here, just to get back up into about a 15 or 20 million market cap is a 3x from where you are right now. That would be a gigantic move in the positive for everybody involved, right? So, you know, let's hope that there's some positivity and there's some good stuff that comes out of that. But let's get into the news, because I want to cover a bunch of things real quick, and I will do this as fast as I possibly can so that we can get back to the charts. Dow futures, everything seems to be moving in a positive direction. This is liquidity. I want to start covering liquidity every day. This is the liquidity chart. Bitcoin's currently at 26,739. Wait a minute, I gotta probably refresh it. I don't know how it does, but it's 26,739 right now. Are you shitting me? Okay, yeah, it's 26,790. So what you're looking at right now, this is kind of a heat seeker. This lets you know where the liquidity is. And if you look down here, you're looking at, these are where the shorts are. The yellow, red, and orange over here are the shorts, 3, 5, and 10. And then over here are the longs for the accumulation. And then these are the 3s, and then the greens are the 5s. And the blues are the 10s, right? So the question is, where do you go in order to increase liquidity? Well, it looks like the easiest play is down here into 25.2. Now, you could also make an argument here that this is going to end up in the 22 range over here. That's absolutely bonkers. But remember what I said and what I told you guys, that what we've got to do is find a way to get into this area. If we get into this area, then this is where we get to 27,003, which, by the way, if you notice here, 27.3, the number that I've been giving you all this time, is where it all falls apart, right? That's where all of these shorts are parked. And once you get past 37.3, here we are. They're all just little amounts going forward, right? So the whole idea here for Bitcoin, if we want something positive to happen on Bitcoin, what's got to happen is we've got to make that move, get into 31,000, and then that will just start wrecking shorts all the way through this location here. And again, there is a liquidity map showing you exactly how this is going to happen. So it's all right there in front of you. So hopefully it's going to end positively. And as you can see right here, we're not even close to Bitcoin season or altcoin season. Now, let's get into a couple of different things. There were news articles coming out here. Traders are backing tokens to outperform Doge and Shiba Inu. This, in fact, was covering a bunch of different tokens. And look, I gotta be honest with you. Like, I pulled this up because holy shit. So this is an article with cryptonewsbtc.org. And it was talking about AI Doge. I did a video on AI Doge. I was approached by Love Hate Inu. Didn't do the video. But then as you go down the list here, something very interesting pops up. Here we go. The mixture of AI Doge pre-sale success and modern options has caught the eye of crypto trendsetters, with YouTuber Connor Kenny, who boasts over 150,000 subscribers, releasing a video highlighting his optimism concerning the undertaking. Influencer BLEEVESCRYPTO is even backing AI Doge to 100x. Oh, I'm in an article. And you know what? I would have never known that I was in an article if I didn't have such vanity with myself that on Google, I put a Google alert for Believes Crypto. Like if I want to know if somebody's talking shit about me or something like that. And so I get, an alert every single day to find out what people are saying, which is just bonkers because I should never even give a shit, but I did. And so I did. So will you be joining the Grumpy Cat Talk Space today with Slum Doge? What time was it? Did you say 4:30 or 4 p.m.? And is that, if it's Eastern time, probably not. If it's Central time, maybe so. So I'll go looking for it today, and I'll see if I can get in there, and I'll throw a bag in, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, so if you want to, Google alert Believes Crypto, and then you can follow me that way too. Shiba Inu burn rate soars by 8,000%. 3 billion SHIB torched in a week. I want you guys to listen to that. Shiba Inu burn rate soars by 8,000%. This is clickbait. This is crazy clickbait. And thank you for the $20 bomb, Michael. I appreciate that. But 8,000% off of 3 billion. Look, if you burn 3 billion SHIB a day, it would still take you 500 years to burn enough tokens to do anything. Like it's just absolutely bonkers. You know what I mean? Like it's so out of control. And just crazy. So yeah, it's getting kind of nuts for Shiba. Shiba's gonna have to do something different, Shibarium, hopefully Shibarium makes that big move. I'm not bearish on SHIB. There's no reason to ever really be bearish on SHIB unless it's short term. But I mean, something's going to have to give one way or another. Then over here, Bitcoin volatility. This is alarming right here and goes back to this liquidity number that we were just talking about. But Bitcoin volatility shrinks to historic levels. Violent move incoming. Yeah, that's exactly what that means. That means that we are going to have a parabolic move in one direction or the other. Now, here's the thing. It is entirely possible that this comes down into this area because remember, on that heat map, this is where some of the liquidity is, and it might be that the market needs that liquidity in order to make this move. It might be that bulls cannot break this level. Like this is kind of where we topped out last time with a wick just right into here. That's not enough to really wreck anybody, but I stand by 37,300 because it's right there in front of you, and you can even see it on the heat map. It's just a matter of getting to 31,000 and then getting a push at 31,000, and then that will start to wreck a whole bunch of shorts. And then once those shorts start to get wrecked, then everything starts to change, and then we start to see things different. And look, there's outlying sort of factors here in different ways, and in those different ways, I mean, you gotta Bitcoin Maxis. You better find a way. What's up, Frank? So best thing we can do right here, or the best thing that could happen is just to see. We're actually seeing a spike right now. If you guys weren't paying attention, we're starting to see like some capital flowing in. You're seeing a big yellow candle right now on the 1 hour. That's the overall market. You're seeing, of course, it's going to match up on the Bitcoin chart. And you are seeing some capital just getting pumped into the market. So, hopefully that leads to something positive. But let's go on. Bitcoin volatility is up. Bitcoin now receiving massive buy pressure from this development, according to CoinShares. The announcement from Tether, one of the most prominent US dollar denominated stablecoins that has decided to begin purchasing Bitcoin from its profits, is anticipated to have a positive effect on Bitcoin price. That would absolutely be the case because they reported they were going to allocate up to 15% of their profits to Bitcoin. Doesn't mean that they are going to do a whole lot, but I mean, just imagine, because I think they made their profit was like $1 billion or some ridiculous money. Their profit for the quarter, I was like, Jesus Christ, how do they make that much money if all they're doing is a $1 to $1 peg? You know what I mean? Like, how are they making this money? But they're making it, and they're going to turn They're going to turn this into their reserves. So, I mean, Jesus, that's going to be kind of cool. And by the way, let's go look at Refund. There's been a lot of people talking about Refund the last couple of days. Look at the liquidity in this goddamn thing. 12.6 million, and it is just absolutely going, right? And just continuing and continuing. 62 million market cap today. This thing is just going out of its goddamn mind right now. And I mean, look, say what you want, but that is a gigantic play. Now, let me also say, just so everybody understands, and I say this with all due respect, this is another venture capital thing happening, and you don't need me for this. You just need to hit total ETH and start looking at the buys that are happening here. All you have to do is look at all the money being thrown at this thing randomly from out of nowhere. Okay. All you have to do is look at it. Okay. And you will understand this thing is going to, it's going to do like every other one did. So guys, if you are up right now, please don't be exit liquidity. Okay. Because right now you've got a giant win. I'm not telling you that it won't go higher. I'm not telling you that they won't pump it a little bit more. I'm telling you that you've got a win. Take your win and go take your money, wait for the next big win, because that's what's going to end up happening here. You be careful is all I'm saying. You make your decision, you do your thing, but I'm telling you that this right here cannot sustain itself. There's only 6,000 holders. Okay. There's only 6,000 holders, and that does not support a 63 million market cap. And just as an example, just to kind of give you an example for that, here, Lillian Finance has 10,000 holders, and they do not have a $60 million market cap under any stretch of the imagination. Let's here we go. WAGMI Games. WAGMI Games has a AAA rated game that's going to be released on the iOS. It's going to be released into the market very soon. A AAA rated game. The CEO of the company is now a former Electronic Arts head. They have hired the biggest team of awesome video game individuals. They have 6,000 holders, just like Refund, and they have less than a $7 million market cap. Please, if you are watching me, don't get wrecked. Don't get crazy because of some kind of pie in the sky dream. Like, this is the one that's going to take me there. It's not. It doesn't work that way. So please, if you are listening to me and if you give a shit what I say, then please don't get wrecked. Please don't get wrecked. And also, please don't get wrecked. So now we've got, let's see, Ben has started to lose about 200 points. So is there an announcement that just happened, or is that just the market kind of correct? There's no announcement right now. So yeah, no. And a few people are saying that MMAI rugged. I hate to break it to you, but a few people in crypto are fucking morons. Okay. So what they're saying is that it rugged because they're not stimulating people enough with buy. They're not a zero tax. They're a 5 and 10% tax. That's what's happening. That's what's going on. So all of those are struggling. That's not something going down, right? Luis, I have no idea, man. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for everything to kind of play itself out. On Volt right now, it just went back down and hit that line again. So I don't know. I don't know when the reversal will be in. I thought there was a reversal yesterday, but they made some changes, and I guess they let go of everybody in Volt to focus on not rebuilding necessarily, but rebranding itself and creating a nice little spike and getting a reversal going because they have a $40 million market cap. So in that regard, I think some of the people probably told some of the people and then that caused people to dip on this. So that means that there's, I think there should be a reversal from here. Reversal from here would be the most appropriate or apt move, but when you saw it up here, that didn't end. It kind of still continued to cascade down. So I don't know exactly how this is gonna happen, like how, look, just Voltoshi has treated everybody good so far, so there's no reason to think that he's not going to continue to find ways to send it. So just have a little patience, have a little faith, let it play itself out, and should be pretty fine. So, and I love this one right here. I love this one right here. I can't tell you how much, because fuck you, Barry Silbert, you low class dirtbag. DCG, the digital currency group, which owns Cointelegraph, which I told you a couple weeks ago, we stopped using Cointelegraph because they're a lying, misleading, manipulating shit show. And then Bitboy Crypto came out with an expose saying that he's going to expose it all. They get paid in tokens. They sell tokens and dump it on the market. Just all kinds of nonsense. And they've got the receipts for it all. DCG misses a $630 million payment due earlier this month, according to Gemini. So Gemini says DCG missed a payment meant to be shelled out to its bankruptcy subsidiary. Gemini is now working with other creditors to provide forbearance to DCG to avoid the firm's default. Digital Currency Group missed a $630 million payment it was meant to shell out to its subsidiary, Genesis Global Capital, earlier this month, according to a May 19 update by clients shared by crypto exchange Gemini. A creditor to Barry Silbert's DCG Genesis, Gemini said it is currently working with Genesis and other creditors to provide forbearance to DCG to avoid a default. So as you can see right here, that piece of shit, Barry Silbert, is getting exactly what he earned. So, and spent a lot of time just talking crazy shit at the Gemini twins, which they're really weird. Look, I don't like the Winklevoss. I'm not a fan of theirs, so I'm not a maxi in any way on this. You can see that this dude right here, dirtbag. You can just see it, right? From everything that he does. And all of this happening right now is because you're over leveraged. You've made bad decisions. You've tried to manipulate too many people, and it's all coming home to roost. And here you are. So yeah, the block is showing all this kind of shit out. And here it gets even worse for crypto right now. Malaysian regulator forces Huobi exchange closure. So Huobi Malaysia forced to cease trading. Malaysia law treats cryptocurrencies as securities, and Huobi was the country's third most popular exchange. So Huobi Malaysia must stop advertising to Malaysians and remove access to the exchange apps on digital platforms. The Malaysian SC advises Malaysian customers to stop trading, withdraw funds, and close their accounts. The agency placed the Asian exchange on its investor alert list in August of 2022 for not registering under their Capital Market and Services Act of 2007. Malaysian law treats cryptocurrencies as securities. Exchanges must prove fitness of senior management and demonstrate money laundering and terrorist financing risk compliance. The Security Commission has shut down 40 exchanges since March of 2019. It lists Luna Malaysia, Synergy DAX, MX Global, and Tokenized Technology as registered digital asset exchanges. So the Huobi ban may see crypto traders migrate to other notable platforms amid growing interest in the sector. So now, one of the things that you might also remember is that Poloniex, which was one that Volt listed on, made a referral to Huobi, and Huobi immediately listed Volt for trading. And by the way, it's trading $15-20 million a day in that regard. So, there's a lot going on in the background with Huobi. They're still a very popular platform, but Justin Sun just came out recently and said that because he's now overseeing Poloniex and Huobi in some way, that they're going to lean more into meme coins. So what you're probably going to see from Huobi and Poloniex is that they're leaning into the markets where the money is. And right now that money is in the memes. So, let's hope for something awesome. By the way, I hope you guys appreciated the video that I did on ESCO over on Friday night, because I thought that was hilarious. And if you didn't think it was hilarious, something wrong with you. So, but they are listed on MEXC today. I don't know if there's futures trading available for it yet. So take a quick look. By the way, for anybody who wanted to know, your IP and nationality indicate that you are located in a country where MEXC is not available. It is available, by the way. So that's just some kind of error message that comes out every single time. So don't worry about that. All right, so futures, perpetual futures. All right, ESCO is not available for futures trading yet. So as soon as it's available, I will let you guys know. I'll put out a post or something like that. And let's go look at spot and see if it's available on spot trading as well. Boom, boom. Okay, not available yet, but it is being listed, so we should see something on it pretty soon. So yeah. All right, so that's it. That wraps it up. That wraps that up. And it looks like we're getting a nice little candle. We're getting a nice little spike in price action, 1824 or 1825 on Ethereum. And 27016. I did not hold Hex on May 10. I made a play. It went up. I haven't held it, by the way, since way back here during this little run up over here. Let me get into the day chart actually, and I'll show you where I was holding in February when it was at 2.5 cents, and I held up to 60 cents, and then I got out at 60. So, and I mean, it was like 2.5x off of it. So it was a nice little play, but I wasn't sure that it was going to stay at this level because I wasn't sure the entire crypto market was going to stay that way. So yeah. But this massive, like this was an absolutely crazy period of time. And by the way, this is a perfect opportunity if you're not already to accumulate Hex. So yeah, you might want to, if you haven't already, you might want to look at that. So anyway, now we got let's go down the list here. Ben is trading at 1016, had a nice little dip. But it looks like it's still continuing to send. This dip got eaten up right here. So if you're looking at it right here, see this wick right here? This wick means that it bounced itself right back up. So now it's got a direction that it's going to have to take. So we'll see what happens here. The American market is awake. So looks like it might continue to pump. Grumpy Cat, 448,000 in volume. Wicked out up here at the top, which means that there was a dip coming. The most likely area for that dip is 1060 again. And it came down to about right here and wicked off of about 1100 and got a reversal. And now the candles are moving back in the up direction. So if you're watching Grumpy Cat right here, you got this wicking up here, which meant downside was coming. Then you got this wick over here, which means upside is coming. Now, what you're looking for from this point is you're looking for those bottoms. And the best things you could do is continue to play it the right way. When you see a big wick on the top, it's going down. When you see a wick on the bottom, it's going up. Just kind of play it that way for a little while and wait for it to find some traction and some direction. And then Michael, if you would send me the information for that thing today, and I'll go check that out. ESCO trading at 50.81. Had a nice little reversal overnight, was trading at 6,200. And another spike is happening right now. So it could be that ESCO is about to have another run. Now, I do think that the top on ESCO would be 85.40 right now, or roughly thereabout, because that's where it was over here. And if you look at all these other tokens, not named Pepe, that's kind of been the move, right? You get that secondary little mini pump over here, and that becomes your top. So, basically 85, 86 looks like it might be the top on ESCO with this MEXC listing, if it happens. And if it does, and by the way, remember I always tell you that it's the 24-hour volume plus the market cap really kind of gives you an idea of whether it's bullish or not. Almost $1 million in trading volume, $1.5 million in market cap. That's still a bullish sign. So ESCO could still have a nice little run to it. Decanect continues to keep going. It's up to 7.5 cents right now. SHIB is at 87.68, not moving at all. Big spike up here. Again, one of those big buys that just happens every once in a while when somebody spikes at 33.81 for Lillian, 10.72 on Cato, NGN at 13.21. MMAI at 21.74, PSYOP at 94.86. The PSYOP has another level getting ready to come. So you might see something. By the way, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button on your way out, in, whatever it is. But PSYOP was up here for a little while. I got all my PSYOP tokens, by the way, and it's still 0.1 ETH. I gave them 0.1 ETH, and it's still worth 0.1 ETH. So what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know why people are tripping. Volt 63.35. Again, I think that this is the spot for the bounce. And now the question becomes, is there going to be a buy up? And as you can see right here, there's a little wicking here, meaning that it dipped down right below it. But then you had some buys coming in to protect and hold the floor. So then the question becomes, do we hold this floor at this spot? And if we hold the floor at this spot, then it probably spikes its way back up. And we keep on running. BRL trading at 45.7 cents. Bone down to 71 cents, just continuing to lose and continuing to lose and continuing to lose. WAGMI 31.56, Cult 3,500, Optimus 18.89, Wojak 22.04, Pepe 15.71, Turbo 52.99. Let's look at Turbo real quick. Turbo still has 4 million in volume, but a 36 million market cap, probably coming down. Bob continues to impress. Like, guys, no matter what you think here, Bob has been just an impressive. It's been very impressive. I think that this number right here around 54, if it doesn't break right here, and by the way, look, this wick right here would tell me that it's coming down some more, just in case, just so you know. After this little move back up, it looks like something might be going on with Bob. I would go, before I would put anything into Bob, I would go look at the news, go look at them and see what's going on in Telegram, et cetera, before I make the move. But I would do it quick because Bob tends to spike up pretty fast, as you guys can see over here. So extremely volatile, and that's exactly how you make the money. So play the lines. Don't get caught up in your belief system that Bob is going to do something magnificent or special or anything like that. Play the lines, make the money that's there to be made. Poo 1727. I think that's dead now. 646 in volume on a $7 million market cap. So I think we're pretty much, I think we put a fork in Poo. Ladies, 3.79. I think Ladies is done too. 50 million market cap. I think people are holding out. I think that, all of this shit right here, like the venture capitals have done their thing, and now it's just wrecked and it's sitting there, and everybody who invested in it thinking that there was going to be a big moon, they got theirs. And Mong had a nice little secondary run. Now it's created a new cap right here at 1766. And the question is going to be, can it continue to create a reversal? And it looks like there is a little bit of a reversal happening right now. But as soon as that reversal came back up, what do we get? We got a bunch of selling that kind of took that wick back down. So if that happens, then you're looking at lower volume pressure. We'll see what happens over the next couple hours, because you really need, this is just an indicator. It doesn't mean that it really will happen. Like over here, when it hit that top up there, it came down. When it hit the bottom up here, it wicked up. So it should come back up at least to drop a zero. And that is 25% gain. So if you were down here at the bottom, 25% gain off of that. And then Lambo down another 33%, 169 in volume, 700,000 market cap. Lambo is DOA. We're going to remove that one. So, all right. There we go. All right, guys. Just to reiterate here, if you haven't already, sign up for MEXC, sign up for BitGet, help me out. This is what's going to help me out in the future, because as you guys see over here, Volt is no longer sponsoring the channel. And NordVPN, I need 10 signups. I actually need 15 or 20 signups for anybody who's willing to help. It's about $5 a month, and you get the first 90 days for free on NordVPN. And who does not need security, additional security, to help you not get hacked? How many times have you seen somebody get hacked from their crypto wallet? That bing bada bing ching ching, big profit. And how many times have you seen these things happen? So if ever I needed you guys to help, this is going to be the time. I need you to sign up for MEXC, sign up for BitGet, sign up for NordVPN. Help me out. Start trading today on these exchanges. That does futures trading, by the way, does me real good, and it certainly helps me out. Now, I think that covers everything. Did we get everything covered here? Do we have everything? Did we get everything? Do we have it all? By the way, I got a new outro. Let's go find the new outro. I don't think that I uploaded it because I'm a dummy. So now I got to figure out where it went. Dun, 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 dun. It feels like I can't hear in dark world. Oh, maybe not. Oh, here we go. New outro. All right. So while that uploads for 1 second, again, if you guys can help, and by the way, if you know anybody who's looking for a collaborative relationship or something like that, or anybody who wants videos done, have them reach out to me because I'm gonna need it. Woo, baby, woo. And now I got the outro ready. I was just stalling you. Thank you for tuning in, guys. Hope you had a good time. Hope you enjoyed the show. Remember to sign up for MEXC, BitGet, and NordVPN down in the links below.
I'm checking my coins.